So hello everyone, today finally I've decided to start my own video blog without anyone. It is actually more for me because I've realized that I like to re-watch my video on Instagram, and now I've decided to also make it on YouTube. It will be easy for me to see how I was growing with years and understand what kind of good life I had or I have. So let's begin. I will have here some notes, and then to help me to not forget what I would like to say, let's start from the beginning. I am from very small town in Belarus. So when I was 13, 14 years old, I already knew I want to leave my country. Not because my family was terrible, not because I didn't like my country. It was because actually opposite. I was very much for family. I'm actually coming from very lovely family, but everyone actually around me just trying to go to study abroad, and something in my thinking was changed, and I said to myself, I also will be this one who is going to study abroad. The only one problem was I didn't have any Karta Polaka. I didn't have any roots, any single roots. The only thing was that I was learning Polish since my 7, and I don't know why. I just started to learn, and this helped me to understand that it is my way in, and I will go through this. So I know Polish, I don't have any roots, but I want to study in Poland. So at 17, I figured out how to get scholarship. I've packed my life to one bag and moved to Łódź in the city, which I've never seen before. Never ever. I've moved to dormitory with 2 roommates. So we were in one room, we were 3. And that was my new home. The biggest surprise was for me that I didn't expect at all how completely unprepared I was. In Belarus, the education level, at least in my experience, was just not the same. It was bad. And suddenly I am sitting in the class where I don't understand anything. And it is not because of language. It's because I actually didn't even know this kind of subjects. It was digital systems. It was high mathematics. It was high physics. So I was just sitting and lip because I didn't know what to do. I actually understand every single word in Polish, but common sense of these words, fuck, what the hell? So actually I was not keeping up. I had no family. I had no one to whom I can call at 2 a.m. My parents were in Belarus. My brother was in Belarus. I was alone. And going back to visit my parents was very expensive, and we are not rich family. I actually had to wait to some event, for example, New Year or something like that, because we didn't have enough of money. So that's why in my first semester I've started babysitting. I was babysitter. What actually helped me to earn more money. So this was my helping because I needed money, and I was trying every single job which can fit me. So I was studying electronic and telecommunication in Polish with very deep subjects, and I was going to work. Thanks God, in Poland it was possible. So at this point came thoughts to my head that I cannot manage it. I would like to leave. I would like to do something other. The lowest point in my life was subject uklady cyfrowe. I still remember it because I couldn't pass it like 3 times, and this subject was giving me to another semester, and I still was not able to pass. And that was crazy. I wanted to leave. I was really thinking that I need to go home, and it will be easy for me to start everything from scratch than stay there. Can you imagine this? But as you can see, I didn't go. I stayed in Poland. And now I would like to discuss with you actually what my 10 years, now when I'm 28, what my 10 years actually looks like. It was amazingly good. I did Erasmus in Berlin. I was interned in a research institute, got a double degree. 1 year it was in Łódź, 1 year it was in Naples. So I was able to live actually in different countries to try to find myself, to try to understand what will be better for me. And in the end, I realized that at 17, I was thinking that at 28, I will be with husband at some small city with house and 2 children. But I ended up here. I ended up here with my own flat, working full-time job. So this job which I have now, it was not my childhood dream job, but it pays well. So I cannot say that it is bad what I have. I have a very good life and amazing life because I have opportunity to travel. I have opportunity to pay my mortgage. I have money to live how I wanted to live before, because when I was student I was not able, and a lot of stuff was pushed by social media which I wanted, and I wanted this because everyone had it. But once I've realized that I'm actually earning money, I have money, I can do whatever I wish, in the end it came up that I don't need these things. At my 28, I've actually just started to live, because before it mostly was like surviving. Only now I realized that yes, this is my life. Yes, I understand what is going on. Yes, I can plan what I want to see in my future life. So now I would like to tell you a little bit about why I'm starting this channel. I think there is a lot of people like me who moved somewhere new, or someone is thinking about moving, and you do more practical choices instead of passionate one, like me. And I cannot say that practical choices are bad. They're very good. And at some points they are better, they're passionate, because to make these passionate choices, you have to have money to manage your living. And in the end, you look at yourself and you think that you are building something what actually doesn't have any sense, and it doesn't look like a plan. So I've decided to create this channel to show my reality, to a little bit support you guys, because I was able to survive. It means that everyone will able to survive, because actually it's incredible if you will think that I'm from so small city. And yeah, I can agree that I didn't move so far from my country, but I've moved. I had a lot of choices to move farther, but I still chose where I am because it was it was because I wanted. I could stay in Berlin, I could stay in Naples, I could move to France to live in France. I could do actually whatever I wish, but I've chose to live here because it is more affordable, it is more calm, it is more understandable, and it helps me to live, not survive anymore. And if you will think about this in the way that you were able to move from the so small city and do everything what you did, I mean what I did, but what I did without money support, without any other support which you can have from anyone, only support, mental support, and only support of parents talking through the phone, you will say you thank you at 28 or 27 or 30 or 35, because this is what makes you real. Here I would like to share about life in Łódź, sometimes life in Berlin, because I have long distance relationship and my boyfriend is in Berlin. Sometimes about building a career as a foreigner, about some hacks which I have in Łódź, and sometimes I see that we still don't have good organized English information in Poland, so I can help you guys to understand what you can do, especially in Łódź. I also would like to share about what it actually feels like to be far from home, 10 years, not a highlighted reel. I just want to show you that everyone can manage their own wish, even if they don't have opportunity, enough of money. It is possible always to find. And if you like this, I will very much appreciate if you will subscribe my channel, leave a comment, and share your story. Maybe we will find something together to discuss, and I will be very thankful for support me. Thank you so much, and ciao ciao.